Hi, this is how to fix a sunroof on a Renault Clio if it's leaking. What I've got in here at the moment is a temporary repair. I've already repaired this sunroof, but I just needed it on there for 24 hours to let this sealant dry. But I would recommend, if you have got a leaking sunroof, that you do this straight away. So I've just got some polythene, and I've got it so that it goes further than the edge of the sunroof all the way around. And I've just taped it down, and that at least stops it from getting wet. You can dry the car out. We literally could hear water running down inside here. What it looks like is, this is the inside of the car. You've got the trim up here, right, and that bit gets wet, but the water runs, and I mean runs, down the A-pillar and ends up in the footwell. We're drying it out with a towel at the moment, and you need to do that because it's absolutely soaking there. The other really bad thing about this is the fuse board here, right, a fuse box, and that's not a place that you want any water. Right, there's also up inside here a load of relays, right, which generally, again, you do not want water near them. So, how to do it? The first thing you do, you have to take a piece of, in fact, I'll show you the tools first. Right, you need some 10mm spanners. Now, I've got a 10mm socket, but that won't reach. It's awkward to get in, right? So you need a flat spanner, right, or a swan neck spanner, 10mm. I actually got a ratchet ring spanner, and these are excellent for this job. I'd recommend getting some off eBay just for this job. They're only about a tenner. Anyway, you need 10mm spanners. You need a mastic gun with some clear sealant. I used all the clear sealant yesterday. I'd recommend getting 2 tubes. What I read off eBay with this, off the internet with this, is don't be shy using it. And we nearly ran out, so I'd recommend getting 2 tubes. Okay. I've just got the white sealant to show you what's going on. You need a little bit of tape. I'll show you what that's for in a minute. And you need a credit card of some sort. It's just, you either need a plastic card or a piece of wood to scrape the sealant off. I'll show you that in a minute. This is a bit of trim that should go up inside that. I'll show you when it goes in a minute. And you need a torch. So what you do is, to start with, I can't open this fully yet, but you open the manual sunroof handle, and there's a piece of trim. The edge goes there. I'll just show you the trim. Okay, that's the trim there, and that edge there is what sits just behind the manual sunroof handle. And that trim just, it's U-shaped, and you just pull it away all the way around the sunroof. That gives you access. Then the next thing you do is you pull the courtesy light down, and literally fingernail or screwdriver under there, it drops down. Okay, you've got a piece of trim here, a plastic piece. It's got 6 clips that you can just push out. Whoop, and that's it. And I think you can see the 6 clips there. This piece of sponge was up inside there, so I've already pulled that out. That gives you access to the bolts. There are 16 10mm bolts. I'll show you 8 of them because this is halfway along. So there's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, there, and then you're halfway around, and it's the same on the other side. You need to undo those 16mm bolts. Now, I haven't actually seen this. I don't know how good a meter job it'll be, but I'm going to take this off now. I put this on just to allow the sealant to dry while it was wet. Okay, and what you've got here is that's the actual sunroof, and there should be a seal in there. Being a Renault, I reckon the seal was made out of cheese. It's got about the same sealing property, and I've taken that off and I've put sealant in. You can just take over and what you need to do, there's 2 ways of doing this. There's 2 ways of doing this. What you should do is undo all the 16 bolts, and this will just lift off. You should clean all the area, take all the old tape off, right, and then seal it. I know someone who did this, and they said doing it that way is the best way to do it, but potentially putting the bolts back in is a real pain, and the sealant starts going off before you've finished. So what they recommended, and what I did, is you undo all the bolts about 2 to 3mm. Okay, basically it's enough to get this edge of this mastic gun underneath the seal, underneath the sunroof. Now the reason you need the tape is that, I don't know if you can see it, there's some scratches here that I did with the mastic gun. I was putting the mastic gun under there, and this metal bit scratched the paint. So if you just put a bit of tape around the mastic gun, then you won't scratch your car. Also, when we lifted the front, undid the front bolts, that lifted up lovely, and I could shove this straight underneath. When we came around here, we couldn't get it up to start with, and that's because some of the old sealant tape, cheese, whatever you want to call it, was sticking it down, you have to be able to get the mastic gun all the way around. And that's basically what you do. Start in one corner, and as I say, don't be shy, just get this underneath and pump it all the way around. Once you've done that, I did it in a twice round. I went round and did all the bolts up about halfway, and it oozes out, and then you go around and tighten them all up, and then loads of it oozes out.